How's it going, guys? Josh here. Now, I know I've been teasing this upcoming video for a long time, but it is finally here. I'm going to be draining out my custom loop with the Aurora 2 Blue and switching it out for the Aurora 2 Silver. This is going to be really cool. And then after that, I'm going to be installing some Mod 1 custom cable combs that I won from Mod 1's contest held on Facebook. So, without a doubt, let's get started. So basically, before I do anything, I'm going to have to start draining this loop, and the way I designed it, it is really not meant to be drained. What I have to do here is I have to install some tubing at the top of the reservoir here, and tilt the computer so I can just drain all of the coolant out of the reservoir. Because at this point, if I don't, I'm going to have to undo this 90-degree fitting at the top here, so I can undo this hose, let the coolant drain from the radiator into the bucket. But if I do that, once this is off, all of this coolant in the reservoir is going to come up through the force of the water in here, come up through here and start leaking all over the place. So the only way I'm going to be able to do it is, that I know of, I can't think of anything else, is put a hose at the top here and tilt it. I've done this before, so hopefully it goes well. It was leaking a bit here. There isn't a O-ring at the top here, so I'm going to have to put a paper towel roll or something. It's just very temporary, just to get the coolant out of the reservoir here. Alright, so let's get this top piece off of the reservoir here. I put this pretty tight, but the only reason why is because I moved the system around a lot, going back and forth between residents, other people's houses. I can't afford this thing to actually leak all over the place. Yeah, that's filled right up. Alright, yeah, I'm also going to have the system off for this process. Okay, cool. Let's get started. Shoot. Okay, let me turn this on for a second. Since the pump stopped spinning, the water actually started coming out of this hole here. It is filled way too high, actually. I shouldn't have filled it that much, but you have to power it on. Install this first. Put the hosing on, and then I turn it off, and then I'll seep into the actual hosing. But for now, I have to have it on for a second. This is probably going to be a tight fit. Yeah, it is. Alright, that seems to be in place. So, let's start draining the coolant. Alright, all the tubing is in place now, so before I actually fill the loop up, I actually want to install the cable combs by Mod 1 first, so our system would look nice, and then once we're done with all the cables and everything, then we put the final touch on the system by filling it up with some Mayhem Aurora Silver 2. So, let's get started with this. I've never opened this yet, so let's check this out. Before I open it, I got myself, since I won the competition, if you do win it, you get to select 10 cable combs on their website. So I selected 2 24 pins, 4 8 pins, and 4 6-pin connectors. There we go. Alright, looks like there's 2 items. I don't think there's anything else in here. Alright, so let's see here. This is probably an invoice, so let me just see it first. Yeah, that is just an invoice. I thought they might have included like a congratulations or something. Although they did do that on Facebook and on email, so yeah, that's just an invoice. You guys are not going to see that. And here are all the cable combs. Wow, they look really cool. I got the clear acrylic ones. I think they look really, really nice in this system. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll get a close-up later on that. My system really needed cable combs, actually. I was surprised that I actually got these now, because I was considering buying them, but I'm like, I'm gonna have to ship them from the States to Canada, so that kind of sucks. Those look really nice. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna look perfect in my system. Wow, yeah, thank you to Mod 1 for giving me those then. That's really, really exciting. So, let's go ahead and install them. Alright guys, so I finished installing the cable combs into the computer. They are a clear acrylic, so you might not be able to see them, but they look fantastic, and they've definitely tied up the cables in the front of my computer here. I have 2 on the 24-pin cable there, then I have 3 on the front 8-pin cable here leading up to the first GPU. I have another 3 on the 6-pin cable leading up to the front GPU. Then I have 1 on the 8-pin on the second GPU, then I have 1 6-pin on the second GPU. So 3 on the first one, 1 on the second one. I was gonna have 2 and 2, but with the second one, you couldn't really see them in the first place. So I'm just like, why not just put them all in the front one because you can see them better. But they look really nice, and it's definitely cleaned up my cables. So now I definitely got all of the last runs set in here. That one was kind of hard at the top, but managed to get it in. So let's start filling the system.